Hello, bonjour, buenos dias, namaste, hajime mashite, ni hao, assalamu alaikum. Everybody out there on the internet, welcome to Chatting with Tekken for January 2022, first month of the year. It's funny because I'm looking at like the little date and time at the bottom of the taskbar. Wow, my mic is like really kind of popping here. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Chatting with Tekken, if you don't know, is basically three main things I talk about. So we've got videos I'm working on for the channel, changes the stuff on the channel, IRL stuff, and then under videos I'm working on, there's subcategories, playthroughs and streams, vlogs, DIY do-it-yourself stuff, how-tos and other stuff I might be making for the channel. And then the other two categories don't have subcategories because they are things that happened or didn't, with anecdotes and asides sprinkled in. So I actually did update this a bit, so it's not just like the same old it's been. So there's some stuff here I've like edited, at least like or made adjustments to the first part as far as like playthroughs and streams because I'm finally got a whole thing where it's like all like as a yeah basically I'm like transitioning from Final Fantasy 14. That's like my sub right now, so I'm not playing that anymore for a while. I'll come back to it like I don't know, dude. I don't know when I'm coming back to it, but like I feel like it is like a really good game to play when there's a new console that launches because there's nothing coming out and there's nothing to play literally. So it's like it's a good time to like jump back in because they're always going to be adding to that and like it's always going to be like fun to like jump back in and check out what they added. So, but yeah, it's like but the thing is like it's like $30 for how much is $30 like isn't that like 2 months or is that a 60-day code? I think it's like yeah. But then like well I mean I get like the 77 thing for like 6 months or whatever or 7 months or whatever. So I always get like the 6 month, or I would get the 6 month sub tier because that's a better deal. Anyway, um, but yeah, I got into the MSQ. So I mean, there's side stuff I didn't play, but I'm not gonna worry about it until I jump back in because it's like, I did get yeah, it's weird because like I can't get back in, but I did get the armor mount for getting everything to 80, or not everything, all the combat classes to 80. Cause I hadn't started Reaper or um Sage, so those are still like not started, but whatever. So I was just glad I got the mount and the achievement stuff and the titles. So that was nice. Um, but yeah, I guess now that I'm back in continuity with this series, because I kind of meander all the time as far as like, oh, I'm playing this, I'm playing that, but then it's not really what I'm playing. It's the videos that are being made and worked on. So it's a weird thing. It's kind of like both at the same time, but I never usually like because like right now I'm playing Crystals on Game Pass. That's like the main game, and I made a decision to like not try and do two games at the same time because it's just better to like focus on one like that. I made the analogy in a previous January Tekken. It's like I think I can't remember which specific rule it is, but it's one of the like rules of Fight Club. One fight at a time. So just play one game at a time and just blow through them, get through it. Um, because I had like for a while there, I was playing Saga Frontier, and I was playing or Saga Frontier Remastered, and then I'd be playing something on Game Pass. I can't remember what I was. Oh, I was playing effing Scarlet Nexus. Yes, I finished that like a while ago. That's pretty good, pretty good. I got some nitpicks with it, but overall, it's if you're into like what it is, you'll probably enjoy it. It, yeah, the gameplay is not all the way there, but it's good enough. So it doesn't fall short, and it can sustain its hold its own for the like duration of the campaign. So yeah, but I'm trying to think what else did I play? Cause hold up, let me bring it up on my phone. Cause I'm like yeah, since I'm recording on my laptop, I can't just be like, oh, let me just go to YouTube and be like, oh, what's on my channel? Cause I want to like every month be like, okay, here's what I played, here's what I finished, bing bang boom, here's what I thought, or just like some rapid fire lightning round, like quick summation of like, oh, this game, how was it, Declan? But trying to think, like at the end of yeah, like December into January. So yeah, I guess I did Final Fantasy 14, right? And then Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I finally went ahead and finished that off. Forza Horizon 5, good stuff. I mean, I talked about this a while ago, so it's kind of old, but whatever. Um, I have put a lot of time into Astria Ascending. I haven't gone back to it though, so I need to finish that up and get it on the channel. So that's like something to do. But the thing right now is, see, there's a lot of games in 2021 I didn't get around to because I was playing Final Fantasy. So right now I'm trying to like go through those because I think I said this last time, but I'm trying to get my top 5 list of games for last year. But then I was like looking at my top or my favorite games of the wow. I was looking through my favorite games of the year videos, and then I think for 2020, I think it was 2020. It might have been 2021. Wait, no, last year's 2021. It was 2020. So it was the year Ghost of Tsushima came out. Because I had like Ghost of Tsushima and like something else. And it was just 2 games. And I was like, man, I only play 2 games or just like, I didn't just play 2 games, but like, there's only 2 games that really like, hit the bar. Because like right now I've got 3. Kind of 4 if I pencil in one. I'm like, eh. But then it's like I'd have 2 like remastered games, and it's like I kind of feel like that's kind of a cop out, but whatever. That's what I'm doing right now. Is it's kind of taking a while. Is like going back through all the 2020 games, and then but I just played Cyber Shadow for like a bit on Game Pass, and I got far enough through it, and I wasn't enjoying it. Or it's not that I wasn't. Oh no, I I'm not gonna. Okay, that's not accurate to say I wasn't enjoying it. It's just like there were there were things about the game that were like kind of irking me, and I was like, yeah, this wouldn't make the list. So why would keep going? So I just got to a point where I was like halfway through, or I don't know if I was halfway through, but I feel like I was like halfway through, and I was like, yeah, it's good enough. So it's probably only going to go downhill from like here if it's like if I'm getting like this aggravated, and it's like the fact that I'm like this aggravated anyway. In my opinion, is like it's like informs my opinion that it's like probably not worth continuing. So I was like, whatever, dude. And then let's see. So yeah, so like Cyber Shadow I only got like halfway through, but that was a game from last year I wanted to check out. So, but it wasn't. Um, yeah, it wasn't up to up to the quality of what I was looking for. So I was like, okay, on to the next one. So now I'm playing Crystals, which has got like a decent uh wow, I can't remember what the word's gonna say. Was I gonna say gimmick? Or it's got this mechanic thing where like it's got like 3 like frames on the screen and like it's past, future, present, and you can like go between them and like manipulate stuff. It's decent. It's neat. I'm enjoying it, but it's also a game I'm feeling like just isn't there. But it's like I'll go ahead and keep going just to finish it because that's JRPG. I'm only like past like the first section, so I'm like maybe it gets better. So there's always that like yeah, that's the other thing. It's like that one's kind of long though, so I'm just like ugh. Because I've been using this website called How Long to Beat to like gauge how long a game is to like know how long it's gonna take probably if I play it. So yeah, but back to stuff that I've been playing recently. So I think I already said Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I finished that, so that was nice. I I plan to go back and get the platinum, um, but I have like yeah, that's time I could be playing other stuff, so it's not a priority. So I'm like whatever, dude. So yeah, and then Kena Bridge of Spirits. That was man, that game wasn't bad, but then it's like the final boss, dude. That was like not a fun time. I was just like, man, this is the way the game presents it. I was playing on default difficulty, so it's like I feel like if you play on easy, it's probably like a non-issue. But like I wasn't playing on easy, and I got to the end, and the game was just like, hey, would you like to go into get good mode? And I was like, actually, I wouldn't. And yeah. I mean, besides that, it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like extraordinary in like any regard. It was just like, I mean, that being said, it did have like graphically, it did stand out because it's like playing it and I'm like, this looks really good, and it's just the animation style and quality. But then the credits rolled, and it's like Unreal Engine. I was like, this is an Unreal Engine game that doesn't look. It's like this looks very impressive for being an Unreal Engine game. I was like, it looks very looks like it could be like a CG animation thing, like a Pixar quality. Like the graphic fidelity is like really good, and all the cutscenes really good. Combat is, I mean, that's the thing. It's like Nothing in the game is like not good or bad. It's just like it doesn't like hit that next tier or threshold of like like exceptional. So it's like that. Um, let's see. Saga Frontier Remastered. Yes, I played this and I was like, it was on my. I've been trying to get to playing like yeah, like there's all this stuff I've like been playing, and I knew I'd come back to Saga Frontier eventually, and I finally got back to playing it, or I finally started it because it was at the like back of the line. So I was like, man, I really want to play this, and I played that, and yeah, it was a really fun time. If you're into JRPGs, I highly recommend it. And then playing it, and like that got remastered. A bunch of Final Fantasies got remastered. They've got like what the Secret of Mana, Trials of Mana stuff. So I'm hoping they just go like full. I mean, on the one hand, they're working on like Final Fantasy 7 remake, so they're like I imagine there's like a lot of resources going into that right now. But it's like ideally, I would love it if they could just somehow remaster like every PS1 era JRPG and just like release it now. That would be that'd be fantastic, and that would be like the ideal solution because it's like they have so many games that like they just aren't putting out like new versions, but they're just in their catalog just sitting there, and you can't like go into a store and buy it. And it's like the used prices on effing retro games are like out of control, depending on what it is. But like usually Squaresoft stuff's pretty astronomical and like high priced, so that'd be nice way to get around that. But Saga Frontier was quite good, and then back in the day, I'd only played like Red, so this like getting to actually play all the different characters this time was pretty awesome. So I quite enjoyed that. 12 minutes. I don't want to talk about the game. I didn't enjoy it. I played a bit of Solar Ash. It's not up on the channel yet, but I'll get around to it. It's weird. I played Solar Ash 12 minutes, and there's some other game I played, and they like all had some sort of like time travel, time loop mechanic. And I was like, what are the odds of playing like three games in a row? And they all have some sort of like weird time thing going on. Was it? No. Was it? What was it? I can't think of the third game, dude. It was like it's probably on here somewhere. But yeah. No, it wasn't. Was that? I don't think it was. It might have been. Well, Crystals has like time stuff too. But anyway, but yeah, 12 minutes is up on the channel. Kina's up on the channel. Saga Frontier's up on the channel. I played some Destiny 2, but yeah, the Destiny 2 will be going away soon because once Witch Queen hits, I am done. Thank goodness. So that's the other thing is like the two super time suck games. You've got like Final Fantasy 14, Destiny 2. It's like well, obviously my sub's out, so it's like I can't play because you have to pay to play. 'Cause it's a subscription. And then let's see, Destiny 2 is like next expansion. I'm not getting it, so I'm just like yes, I'm free. No more Destiny 2. So that's going away. Thank effing goodness. And it's just like that game. Yes, it's like whatever. We're not going to talk about it because I've talked about it enough on this channel and like in time, over time. And if you don't know how I feel about it, then that's all the better because it's all negative, and I have nothing good to say. F that game. I'm glad to get the time back. Just talked about Saga Frontier. Man, I can't say enough good things about Saga Frontier. Like so Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, and 10, like those remasters or 10 2 as well. Well, like I had not messed with like the different like quality of life stuff to like increase battle speed or increase movement or just like do all that stuff. But in this one, like it is so. I mean, I guess I did an 8 actually because the draw system. I would like speed it up to get like more draws in an 8. Just like keep like kill something, draw, and just speed it up to like what times 3, times 4, times 2, or whatever the speed increases. And so this one as well, it's super convenient to have that triple speed. Like just go into battles, get your glimmers, get the skills that you want, and then if you're farming for certain ones anyway, and it's just it's so convenient. It's just like man, I played that and I was like, dude, that's the other thing. I was like, that's the other reason why they need to like remaster all these JRPGs from the '90s, Square Enix or SquareSoft. Well, it's Square Enix now, but SquareSoft's era is like bringing back all these quality of life improvements and like just extra speed and all the other stuff. And it's so nice to just like play a game and like progress so fast because the battles don't take any time. And or it's not that they don't take time, but it's like compared to like the loads are faster now, and then like everything's sped up anyway. So it's just like you can make so much more progress now, like in a short amount of time versus like back in the day. Or at least it just feels like it. Cause I loaded up my save because I re downloaded 9. I had 7, 8, and whatever. And I was just like loading them because I was curious about. I was wanting to check some stuff. And I think my like save files weren't even like 40 hours long. And I was like, man, these are like 30 something hour long save files, but I could have sworn it took long. Like when I played them, they felt so much longer. But I guess maybe just like compared to like other stuff or relative to other games. But man, Saga Frontier, good stuff. Scarlet Nexus, I believe, is almost done being uploaded. I already talked about it, but I quite enjoyed that one. It could have. I mean, yeah, there's like some nitpicky stuff to like whatever, but for the most part, I enjoy that game. It's going up on the channel. Um, there's a second protagonist I didn't play through, so if I get through all this other stuff I've been talking about, as far as like all my Game Pass games that are like on my list, or not on my list, because there's like you kind of have like an instant queue in Game Pass. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about like there's like all the 2020 stuff, because like that's or 2021. My bad. All the games in 2021 that are on my Game Pass list, I want to go back and check out because I'm trying to like get the favorite game list going on or finished. If I get through like all those, yeah, because my Game Pass subscription runs out in March, so it's like kind of like a short window here to like get through all that stuff. But there's not really that much on it, so or not that much more. So it's possible if I just focus on that. Because like the thing about that, and I'm getting like on a tangent. Sorry, but like Sifu comes out at the beginning of February, which is in a couple of days here. So I'm gonna pre-order that tomorrow on the 1st. I usually wait until like the week of, but that game has like early access, so I don't want to like forget to like not pre-order it and then not get early access because I've been waiting for the game for like a while, or like I've just been like excited about that game since we first saw it, and so it's almost here, so it's just like oh I can't wait. So it's like yes, but yeah, Sifu definitely is like most wanted right now. I mean this, it's not the most wanted, but it's like the most the game I want to play that is closest. There we go. Because ultimately it'd be like Horizon, but I'm gonna pass on that one. I'm gonna play through New Game Plus on that when the sequel comes out because I'm gonna wait for a price drop and then it's like if I have to wait until November, I have to wait until November. But like eventually it's not gonna be $70. And it's like I'm not paying $70. So that's that. Same thing with Gran Turismo. It's like oh it hurts me, but like I it's like yeah just not something I want to just start or not start, but like it's like effing yeah. It's like the line in the sand I'm not gonna cross is like $70 games. So because I did well, I mean I didn't care about Returnal or Ratchet, so it's like there's that. So I didn't pick those up either. So it's like it's whatever. Anyway, I think that might be it. Scarlet Nexus and Saga Frontier. Oh, I guess I did say Crystals is going up. I already talked about it, so but I haven't finished it either. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that is the playthroughs and streams I'm working on. Wow, I'm such a ding dong. There's like stuff on here. Let me just read this. It's not gonna take that long. Okay, Crystals and other Game Pass stuff. 2020 stuff. Alternate between JRPGs and shorter backlog games. That's the plan. Like once I'm done with all that Game Pass stuff, or just my sub, runs out and expires because I'm not re-upping. Um, just jump back into like all the shorter stuff I have to play, but then like alternate between JRPG and shorter games because I want to play more JRPGs this year. So that's my like New Year's resolution. That's why I started with the Saga Frontier, and then there's like a bunch of stuff I have in my effing PS4 backlog, so that's gonna last a long time. And then like if I get, well, I guess not if I get through all that stuff, because there's a ton of games in my backlog. But I have like a list of like short games that are like 20 hours or less. When I looked it up on that How Long to Beat, so I've got like a list compiled of like games I haven't played on my backlog that I'd like to play, and then JRPGs. I've got a bunch of those. So if I get through all those, I guess not if I might come back to it anyway. It's like I do want to get back to like some games I didn't finish that I have started, like Disco Elysium, and then I also didn't finish all the Yakuza games, so that's like somewhere in here. It's like Yakuza's gonna maybe pop back up. Uh, but yeah, for like the longest time, Saga Frontier was like that game of like Saga Frontier. I'll get to it eventually, and then like it just took a long time because I was playing Final Fantasy all year last year. So who knows? But yeah, all these short games on my backlog. I'm hoping that happens. And that is playthroughs and stream section done. Where are we at on time? 20 minutes? That's not bad. All right. Basically everything else, though, there's like nothing really to add. Like always, it's because nothing. I haven't been working on anything, so there's no real new vlogs or anything. And how to DIY other stuff. Nothing happening there. Change the stuff on the channel. I still haven't made a challenge trailer. It's like in the works. I mean, there, yeah, it's weird because it's like I have like the Twitch thing, right? And it's like I'm one follower away from 100 followers, and it's like I'm always in my brain thinking I should just like stop bothering with Twitch and just like do 100% like YouTube. But then it's yeah, I talked about this last time too. It's just like it's like if I could just like slowly over time, right? It's like no matter how slow the graph goes up, if it's just like going up, it's still going up. So it's like I'm kind of like, well, on the one hand, this is going nowhere, but it's like if I did 100% like on YouTube, would it really even matter? It's like, I don't know. Would it? So I'm just like, part of my, it's like, yeah, I guess it's just like self doubt. So it's just like, if I didn't do Twitch and I did this on YouTube, would it be more successful when I'm streaming, or would I get more viewers and better audience and blah blah blah? I already have like 1,000 subscribers, so it's like, it's like the audience is already there. But then it's like that's not how I've been using my channel. So it's like, I don't know. It's kind of weird because it's like, yeah, like the content on the channel isn't the streams, it's the archives of the streams. So it's like, or it's not the streams, it's not archives of the streams or the videos. But then it's like, but it could be. So I don't know. But yeah, no new channel trailer coming anytime soon. I mean, I don't know. I kind of want to get a bunch of stuff done in February, but it's like even though I want to get it done, it's like that doesn't mean it's gonna get done. Cause yeah. Anywho, cause in my brain I'm like just I don't know, for some reason, like in my brain, I'm thinking like January and February are kind of just for like rest and rejuvenation, and then like the work doesn't really start until March. So, or not the work doesn't start, but like I don't just like television out and then like start the grind until then. 'Cause it's like I don't really want to just like start the year and be like, all right, let's grind ourselves to death. uh, Actually, yeah, because like Final Fantasy 14, I was playing that every morning to like do the daily stuff. Not all the daily stuff. I was only doing like daily PvP and like the Moogle Beast Tribe quests for like XP because I kind of got sick of doing the like daily roulettes. So I was just like, yeah, I'm done. Well, I didn't get sick of it. It's just like I only want to like I'm only gonna do that on DPS classes. But whatever. I don't want to like just get into like Final Fantasy 14 right now because it's like whatever. But like yeah, I had like a whole thing where like I basically just like playing that a bit every day because it's like it can be such a time investment and time sink that it can just like it ends up just like sucking all your time away from everything else, which is after I got in through the MSQ, I was like, I'm not gonna worry about doing all the side stuff right now because like when I come back to the game, I'll mess with it. So I still don't have flying mounts in any of the Endwalker areas, but whatever. Um, what was I talking about? Challenge trailer. Yeah, I need to make a challenge trailer for this, and I need or my YouTube, and also need to make a challenge trailer for my Twitch, but I just haven't bothered with it. So maybe I'll get around to it. Who knows? I mean, that's the thing, right? Is like in my brain, I'm like, well, if I just do it, it's done. So it's like I will probably end up doing it like the beginning of March because I'm trying to get all the stuff like worked out through February. Because once my Game Pass sub runs out in March, that's like one less platform I have to worry about like stuff coming out on that I could play. So, but then like yeah, that's your thing. Well, I'm about to get into IRL stuff, but like before I continue, it's like one last thing on Game Pass. This is like after having had it, as good as it is, it's like it doesn't like really have a lot of like first run, releases. Um, it does like I mean I still think it's a good like value and like it's a good deal because you have got especially the ultimate because you have like all the like the legacy content from EA on there. Just every time I load it up and I see there's like all the Dragon Age games, all the Mass Effect games, all the Dead Space games, like both Mirror's Edge games, SSX from 360 is on there, and then like yeah, the backwards compatible stuff too. Like if there's like a backwards compatible game from like way back when, it's on there. It's like what? So that's cool. Or that's EA. But then like, since I don't have normal Game Pass and I have Ultimate, I'm like well actually like what is really on here if you don't have if you don't have Ultimate. It's not bad. It's just it's like I can see why Microsoft acquired Bethesda, because it's like they kind of don't have the like content right now to really drive subscription to it. So I mean that's like so I'm interested to see like what happens in time, especially after the whole like shakeup with the Activision Blizzard King. Like I'm looking forward to see what's added or like what's or not just what's added really, because whatever, but because ultimately if they add stuff, it's like it's the same thing. It's like just legacy content. So I mean, yeah. So there's like a lot of weird like overlapping. What's that word? Like oversaturation. Cause like it's got like I just said like all the Mass Effects, all the Dragon Ages, all the Need for Speeds. Well not all of them, but all the modern iterations or ones that have like come out recently. That's the other thing. Is like so it's not like every version, but it's like at some point it's like doesn't need to be like when you see like every version or not every version, but like you see like all the battlefields on there, and it's like that's a lot of Battlefield, and I've never actually played really any of the Battlefield, so it's just like man, it's kind of weird. Like so when I think about the whole like Call of Duty thing, I'm just like well, like it would just be the same thing. It's just like you'd have a bunch of Call of Duties, and I mean for me personally, as someone who doesn't play Call of Duty anymore, I'm just like that doesn't really I can't think of the word now. Interests me. Yeah, it's like I don't know. I It's gonna be interesting. So yeah, but then that doesn't like what doesn't go through until maybe 2023 at the earliest. So like a year from now we'll see. But cause like yeah, they have like a lot of good stuff in their like Legacy Vault, but then it's like new versions, right? It's like what are the odds of like, or even if they get like new versions, it's like what like who's to say it's gonna be any good? So it's like if there's a new, well hold up, dude, that's the thing, right? I think like maybe prototype, maybe I'd have to have a list honestly, because I'm like I kind of yeah, I'm trying to like I'm sorry, I'm kind of like rambling on here, but I was kind of like trying to like talk about like the whole Activision Microsoft acquisition thing, but I thought about doing like a long video on that, but I was like no, whatever. And then today there's like the whole like Sony team up with Bungie, because it's kind of a weird like they didn't quite acquire them, they just gave them money or something, or it's weird because like they stay independent, they can still self-publish, and they're still multi-platform. So it's like, what? Okay, so what is even the point? But then it's like, that's the other thing is like this was in like the work for months. Like both those deals were like in the work for months. So it's just like who knows like what else is gonna happen for like the rest of the year? Because even on I think the IGN interview, like Paul Ryan's like, yeah, we're not doing the acquisitions yet. So, ooh. I personally just like I'm starting to get to the point where I don't care who buys platinum as long as someone buys platinum. It's like I just don't want that studio to die because it's like after the whole Telltale fiasco, it's like as long as as long as like one of my favorite studios has like money backing them, someone buy them. It's just like we can't let like one of the best 3D action game studios go or like go off and die because yeah, or run out of money and like go under. That would suck. But that's the thing, right? It's like there's that scenario where there's like Bioware. It's like maybe they get acquired and they're just. But then that's not going to happen because yeah, the whole. If you look at like the whole Bungie thing, it's like they're just letting them be Bungie, so it's like all their other studios really. But then, so I don't know, whatever. I don't know. It's like it's weird because like I'm very whatever about it, and like I don't care because it's just like well, Activision's output has been kind of just Call of Duty, and then all their PC stuff on like Blizzard makes I haven't really played because my PCs are crap, so I can't play anything. And then King is mobile, and I don't play mobile games, so it's like super weird in that regard, just because it's so much money that they make, and it's like who's playing all this stuff and buying all these microtransactions? That's always gonna be weird to me, man. Just like thinking about how mobile makes so much money, and just like but the qual. I mean, I guess the people playing them like them. I'm not gonna say anything bad. I mean, they don't appeal to me, so it's like whatever, dude. But it's like if you're into that, you're into that. Like have fun. But I always found that weird. It's just they never. or just like, yeah, it's like the quality, and then like just the quality of them, and then it's like how they make money is like through microtransactions, and just it's a whole thing. It's weird, but I mean the model makes sense, but like like the quality of those games, I like look at them and I'm like, who wants to play this stuff? It's just weird to me in that regard. Um, so let's see, Activision, Blizzard Mobile, probably some other crap, whatever. But yeah, a couple years, I guess we'll see. You know what what's in the works? Because even Bethesda's like making that I don't even know the name of the game now. It's like the effing vampire co-op shooter thing. So, but then that's the other thing is like I don't know, dude. There's just like so much like homogenization in like the game space of like if if you've played one, you've played them all because like the best industry stand or like or the best standards and practices or whatever it's called. It's like it's not like it's gonna be any different from like any other or not any different. It's not gonna be like too different from like other squad based stuff, co-op stuff because that's why people like those games. So it's not like it's gonna go too crazy on like what it's gonna try to do. So I'm super rambling right now, but yeah. I mean, I have nothing for the IRL section either, so everything still sucks. Yeah. Yep. Yep. It's like for a second I was like, does it really? But I was like, yeah, it kind of does. So hopefully, hopefully Russia doesn't invade Ukraine, and then nobody fires any anything that would like lead to a mutually assured destruction outcome. Because that wouldn't be a fun time, would it? Uh, so there's that. I don't know, dude. I'm just kind of like, yeah. It's just exhausting. It's exhausting. The whole, yeah. Like everything's changed, but nothing has changed. I have a quote here, but I'm not gonna read it because now I'm like sad and depressed. Well, I'm not sad and depressed. I'm just like, yeah. But anyway, I don't want to like end on a down note. 30 minutes in. Let's wrap it up. that was. I'm sorry for rambling there at the end about the whole Microsoft Activision, PlayStation, then Bungie, blah 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 blah. I should probably should like left that to like a effing separate video, but whatever. I mean, I couldn't like not bring it up. So, but yeah, that's everything going on with the channel and everything. So, yeah. I mean, I guess on the bright side, on a positive note, at least there's like stuff coming out soon. At least on PlayStation, there's the Sifu. Is that? I'm not sure if that's third party. It's probably third party. Whatever. If it's not, whatever. There's that. Then Horizon, Gran Turismo, and there's a State of Play Wednesday, so that's cool. Um, Xbox not so much. And I was thinking though, like they should probably like try to like drive home like the cost of Game Pass and like how good of a deal. Oh, I guess I shouldn't try to, but like it's like it's easy. It's very easy to like drive that point home. Because if you think about like the fact that like PS5 single party is like 70, it's like so that's basically I believe $10 a year is or not. Wow, no, not $10 a year. That'd be nice. $10 a month on Game Pass is like the standard, and then 15 is ultimate. So at 10, that's like 120 for a year, right? So basically, two PS5 games or two MSRP current gen $60 games that are not or third party. There we go. So that's like two of those games. And you've got like a year Game Pass versus like two PlayStation games, and then it's like and then you got three, and you have enough for Ultimate because that's what 180. So yeah, wouldn't that be even more? Yeah, like and then like if it's three PS5 first party, it's like more than 180. So I love how I can do math so good. 70, 140, 210. So yeah, I mean it's still quite a bit more than 180. So that's like an extra game. But yeah, I I'm just annoyed because like in like at the end of the last year I talked about the whole thing where I got like all that PSN credit, but then I was like thinking, or I guess I wasn't thinking, but like when I was doing the calculations in my brain, I was like, dude, I should just got a bunch of Game Pass, but then, eh, yeah, whatever. So, but that's the thing. It's like, why get Game Pass? If there's nothing on there right now. So, there's also that. So, or just like you don't really need to have like a ton of time on it. You can just get like what, like a month. or whatever. It's just like that's why it works so well. Is like you don't need to get like a long subscription if there's not that much on there. You can just like play whatever's out that month or whatever's out that week or whatever. So it's pretty inconvenient in that regard. I still haven't played Gears Tactics. That's like the one game on Xbox I'd like to play that is on there, but eventually, right? Anyway, I'm done rambling. I'm going to end the video now. So until you hear or see from me again, all the stuff I was talking about, I was working on at the front top of the video, whatever. All links on my socials are on the bottom. So until you see or hear from me again, thanks for watching. I'm now signing off. Oh, oh, I guess one last thing. One last thing. It no, never mind. I was gonna say, if anybody really wants me to do like some sort of like, super long video about the Activision Blizzard Microsoft Xbox thing, leave a response and I might do it. PlayStation Bungie not so much. It doesn't seem like it's very. That doesn't seem like it's gonna be like a lot of ramifications there, especially with the way that the press release was worded and all the stuff that they had go up today was like Bungie's still independent, can still self-publish and is still multi-platform. So okay, we just spent $6 billion on what? But yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to buy platinum at the end of the day, but I guess it's never gonna happen. Whatever. I mean, they said they're not done with acquisitions, so we'll see. So that's my. I guess that's all I'll keep looking forward to, and seeing if like that or Telltale just so they can. I mean, that's the problem, right? Is like, why couldn't Telltale be bought before they died, and then it would like we could have saved them, but no, it's like, or if like someone could have bought Bioware before they went to EA and got ruined. No, it's like, oh, so yep, here we are, just fighting over scraps. I mean, not to call Bungie scraps or Activision Blizzard scraps, but that whatever. Okay, end of the video. Until you see or hear from me again, thanks for watching, and I'm now signing off.